What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more watching 3D exclamation mark B action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. It is, of course, 3DB. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Isis. It is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the Rapl. The map is Nile Shallows. Oh, and I'm excited to see this one. Oh dear. This is the new OP. The new best god in the game right now is Oranos. He went all the way from my D tier. I called him awful. All the way up to, I think this god is arguably the best god in the game right now. Arguably. Now, I do think that there's some counters to Oranos, and I think that one of the counters is Egyptian, but not Isis. So I'm excited to see what Rapl's going to come up with here in an attempt to kind of unlock the way in which he's going to need to beat what 3DB is going to throw at him. Because, let's be completely honest, you don't get cavalry in this matchup because of catapulties. 3DB loves those catapulties. He's going to make hero catapulties, and he's going to make you suffer. I tried to take him out with my own mass chariot archers. I was like, mass chariot archers will beat your catapulties. I wasn't wrong. I was beating his catapulties, but then the Terma came along. And then the Fire Nation attacked. Absolutely insane. But we'll have to wait and see how this one's all going to go up. Temple coming up for 3DB. He wants a fast advance. Wow, he wants a very fast advance time. I'm surprised to see him go double villages on the temple. It is an option, I guess. But what we have been seeing out of 3DB is a slightly later advance time. Maybe he wants this for... That's wild. He's like, 3DB is out here going, I do not care that my citizen is idle right now. Up, 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 up! The Rapl gamer moves. Keeps the priest alive with a little bit of healing shenanigans. Absolutely love that. But this citizen is out here for a purpose. What's the purpose? Sky passages. He wants a sky passage here. He wants a sky passage there. He wants a sky passage everywhere. As the obelisk over here going to get shanked down. A couple other relics over here. You've got the Pandora's box. Very, very nice relic there. I just love the 3DB. He doesn't care that he's just had an idle citizen. And this is basically 2 villages worth of idle time for however long this citizen's been out on the map. He just doesn't care. He's going for a 420 advance time. He's advancing now through Oceanus. Rapl, on the other hand, he is making taking his time here in this classical age. He's going for a 430. Did he get himself his thingamajiggy over here? Yes, he does have Flood of the Nile already. So it's Flood of the Nile, 430 advance time. I like this here, in all honesty. Does he also have Pickaxe? He's also got Pickaxe. I love this advance time. This is the type of advance I love. The reason is because it masks your strategy. You don't have to go for a fast heroic with this. You can grab a second town center. 430 second town center is completely fair, valid play. If I go for like a 5-minute 15 or a 5-minute 30 advance time with Isis, I mean, it's okay, but you basically have to go fast heroic, and your opponent basically is going to know that. So we see the still just walking around killing off obelisks with the citizens. I love it. I absolutely love it. Anyways, classical age in now for 3DB. He's going for a town center. He's got his strategy worked out. He's got himself a relic here, the Bridle of Pegasus. Sky passage coming up in the main base. Is he going to go for this town center on the front, or is he going to go for this town center over here? We'll have to wait and see. It looks like he's going for this one. And then all the citizens basically just come up here into the sky passage, and then they just get all the way forward here. Now, Rapl, to me, it looks like he is going for a town center here himself. He does send the Sphinx in. The Sphinx spots this, but there is a Caladria already in here, and these villagers can literally just leave if they so choose. The town center going to getting whacked here to get a little bit of damage done on it. Wait, does this Caladria out heal? Eclipse coming in. Priest Pharaoh on the way. Citizen's going to be retreating away into the Sky Passage and back out again. How far away is this one from getting finished? He's got 10 seconds. We see the Caladria getting shot up onto this position here. He's going to bring more citizens forward. He can heroize a citizen if he really wants to help him get the town center back up. As the town center does end up getting completed, and Rapl is now in for a really, really challenging time. He loses all his priests. He loses a whole bunch of HP on the Sphinx. He loses his Eclipse. His Pharaoh is idle. Town center over here does end up going up, but 3DB. That is an opening, ladies and gentlemen. That is an incredibly strong opening for 3DB. Rapl is going to be having to think, wow, what do I got to do now? Armory coming up on this position here for the Rapl. This 3DB is just going to be really, really enjoying his position now. 2 town centers for Rapl. He's got the hunt on this town center over here. I mean, what do you really go for? You're so far behind right now if you're the Rapl. Armory coming up. He wants to get to the heroic age, but here's the honest truth. 3DB can now spam oracles out all over the map. He can make his counter barracks, and he can make those catapulties, and he can make those Terma, and he's just going to be in a really, really strong position because the army of Egyptian, just simply put, doesn't really beat the army of Atlantean anymore. I don't actually think there's a way. Maybe getting some barracks out and making some axeman spearman composition to try and beat up the catapulties could be the best idea. It could be the best idea. We'll have to wait and see what the Rapl is going to be going for, but he's definitely looking to the heroic age. And he's going to get there relatively soon. It's a very, very late 2 town center fast heroic. 8 minutes and 30 seconds is late, but he's going to be getting there relatively soon nonetheless. And he does decide to go through Nephthys after all. Is that a third town? Wow. 3DB. He says, this town center is mine, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. 3 town centers in the middle of the map. Why not boom? If you've got the Sky Passages, you got the citizens on the front, you got these hippos, why not go for it? He's only now starting to put down counter barracks. Only now. He's in such an advantageous position. But with the 4 town center does mean town center can get taken out quite easily. The problem is it doesn't matter. This is what I'm talking about. Losing a town center is only 700 resources. It's not a really big deal. Losing villages, on the other hand, that's a big deal. And guess what? With a Sky Passage on the front like this, 3DB can just retreat his villages, move them over here, if Rapl wants to hit some sort of a timing attack. This is such a good position for 3DB to be in. Mana's coming down all over the map here. We see the Catapulti coming onto this position here now. The Sphinx scouting everything out, trying to see what's happening. If we take a quick look at Rappel's perspective at the moment, trying to take out a Pegasus over here. Not going to be finding all too much just yet. As that Catapulti will be able to come in and kill off this Sphinx. They move at the same speed, but the Caladria will be able to slow it down, I assume. Maybe not. Block him! Do something! 14 HP! There's also a Scorpion Man out, and the Hero Catapulti does manage to deal with that one nicely. As 3DB going to be just enjoying all of the food over on the right side of the map. And we'll see where to next. Mark it up on the back here for the Rapl. And Rapl is just going to go for a Mythic Age. Okay, so we're going to see a 2 town center fast Mythic. This is basically what I did against 3DB in my game. But I think I was playing as Set. So you get a little bit more population to play with here as Isis. We'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be a very, very menacing Thoth coming for 3DB in this game. But he's going to have so many counter barracks. There is a world here where Rapl can actually go for barracks units instead. So he can get the Valley of the Kings throw down a barracks, and then spam those axemen out. As the Scorpion Men gets taken down. And those catapulties are so quick. 5.8 speed. They are zooming. Absolutely zooming around the map. So we are seeing these citizens getting caught out. Ah! Greedy bee. He's going to be retreating away. It looks like he wants to go to the next age as well. Lots and lots of villagers on food here. As his hero catapulties will be making their way over here to defend. And the Scorpion Men going to have to retreat back. And what is the plan? Like, Rapl's got to be thinking to himself, he sees all these catapulties. He knows they've got 4x against Cav. He knows they counted the entirety of the Migdol stronghold. But, does it matter? Is the question. I mean, he's got to think he can micro as best as he can to, like, beat this. So we do see a siege works coming up. That's not a bad idea. Farm's starting to come down as well in the main base, as there's not really a whole lot of food left on the map. Back Aurochs are up. And Rapl now, he's in the Mythic Age. And what is the plan? There is the Valley of the Kings upgrade. There is the Levy Migdol Soldiers upgrade. Going to be able to pump those units out very, very quickly here in this game. But 3DB, he's just pumping catapulties. He's just like, why would I go to the next... Well, he is going to the next age, but why would he care? Because these catapulties are about to be really, really strong. As we see, the Phoenix is going to be roaming straight into the main base here. The villagers are going to just be retreating away. But there's going to be a lot of losses in this main base. There's a lot of buildings here that get targeted down by the Meteor, and it's going to be a huge amount of damage to come through, as Meteor does end up getting clicked onto this position here. As the villagers are going to be making a break for the town center. It does end up getting taken down. I mean, a lot of these manors actually survive. Never mind. A lot of these manors actually surviving, he says, as the manors get taken out. As the catapulties now, they are simply just going to be sacking in onto this position. There's so many catapulties hitting the Pharaoh as well on this position. All the villagers have to retreat back. Pharaoh going to be jumping onto this Migdol now. And wow. Rapl, he's done the deed. He's done the dash. All the citizens are just going to jump straight back into that town center to get it back up. Lots of very, very important relics here to put back into the temple, and 3DB is going to be straight onto that one. He must feel like he's played this quite a bit, and now we see the barracks as Rapl is realizing he's got to get some axemen out. Axemen are going to be a really, really good counter against these catapulties here, and a great unit to then go into this as well to defeat what 3DB is going to try and mix in next. Caraballister are slingers. If you can get yourself a healthy amount of axemen and slingers, it's really, really good. As we see champion chariots coming in. The reason why chariots aren't that good is because they don't really take out the Caraballister that well. And now we see heroic renewal. And look at the HP on these catapulties. Just go absolutely crazy. I mean, he's also getting healed by the dudes. I want to say it. Look at this extra 10%. They've already got 143 HP, and you're going to give them an extra 10%? Oof. So now we see some axemen coming out. Now, Rapl, he can empower these barracks up, and he can get himself extra axemen out if he wants to. He wants those chariot archers for the time being. Trying to snipe down the carnivora over here as well. As the villager is going to sneak up onto this position to grab that gold mine. There is a gold mine over here he might want to grab as well. As the villagers are all over the map right now. 3DB is expanded everywhere. Champion Axeman also going to come through, as well as all of the upgrades behind this as well. And the catapult's out. He's going to start wanting to siege away, but 3DB's at 172 of 185 population. He's going to be thinking about going to the Mythic Age really soon. His entire army is basically heroes here. He's got 19 catapulties, a bunch of Terma to boot here as well. Now, the best actual transition now for 3DB, if this doesn't work out for him, is to go into Contarius right now. Throw down a whole bunch of military barracks and go into Clontarus. He's going to be getting himself Sons of the Sun here as well. Such a strong upgrade. We see the fortified town centers coming in as well. So he's going to have even more population to play with. How many of those counter barracks? He's only got one counter barracks at the moment. Is that it? Where are the rest of your buildings be? He's going to sack this position. Going to grab the town center back here. He's got one. He wants to get to Helios. This is absolutely wild. I just can't get over how wild this strategy is from 3DB. But Rapl is building up an army here. He's got a very, very nice army that, I mean, I don't know how he's going to deal with those Terma, but I also don't know how he's just going for counter barracks. He's not going to go into those Clontarus, which obviously counter the entirety of this army that Rapl has created at the moment. Rapl going to be pushing forward. He's got to be careful not to get caught out. Those Terma are moving very, very quickly here. Town center is coming up. We've got the Pharaoh empowering the monument to the villagers here to protect against chaos. I love that idea. When he's empowering it, it gets a huge amount of range. At the moment, he doesn't need it. So we do see a Migdol stronghold coming up on this position. Not quite going to be able to make that one work. As Rapl is going to attempt to do what the Mister did in his Red Bull finals, I believe. And we'll see if we can pop around here and try and make it work. Some Chariot Archers looking for some raids around onto this position as well. Town center is now up. Pharaoh needs to get onto that monument, otherwise chaos can be utilized here. And there he goes. Chaos is down. Army going to be crashing in. Rapl too slow on that monument empowerment there, and 3DB sees his opportunity as the army just absolutely melts here. 3DB's army is so obnoxiously strong at the moment. As we see Rapl retreating all the way back, the villagers pulling off of this position as well. Gonna be, wait, what can he do? And now Helios is in. Town center on the front can get targeted down to boot here. A whole bunch of spearmen coming in. Spearmen aren't a terrible idea here either. Technically, they should counter those catapulties, but they are catapulty heroes. And Rapl is at 215 of 250 population. Can he get up to full population here or not is the big question. As he's trying to push in and take these units down. It's the garrison micro coming in, trying to get onto those catapulties. We do see some great micro here from B at the moment. Great micro as well, though, from Rapl, as we've got the Center Mantis coming in. A Sky Passage coming up on the front here to allow for Garrison Micro. This is going to be absolutely huge. 3DB is still sitting at full population as the Center Mantis coming through. Rapl is close to his population as well, as those Chariot Archers are able to get some serious damage done here on the front. But more axemen need to be made for Rapl. He doesn't have any resources in the bank at all. He is spending every single little bit of resources that he actually has at the moment here, as well as the Terma charging forward. Rapl retreating back as best as he can to get himself into a position where he can actually fight against those catapulties here. 3DB is still at full population. 3DP is still at full population as the Chariot Archers trying to snipe everything here. He's trying to get as much value as he can with his control, but it's just not working out. Rapl is out of gold. Rapl is out of gold in this game. Villagers grabbing this gold mine. We see a couple of villagers on this gold mine. This gold mine can get grabbed as well. He could go for a trade route, but 3DB's got full map control at the moment. As the Center Man is coming through, got the Priest attempting to take out the Satyr on the back here. Great garrison micro from Rapl as well, as we're seeing over onto this position. Villagers getting pushed back. Chariot Archers getting good damage done here as well. Center Manus getting taken down on this position as the Priest darting in and out. We will be seeing the Warden of Tartarus getting cleaned up. Just pure Chariot Archers right now from the Rapl in an attempt to hold this town center. He's got a lot of wood and gold in the bank. But he needs to be recognizing the catapulting numbers have dwindled and maybe going into some sort of cavalry. Camel riders wouldn't be a bad idea here, but the town center ends up getting taken out. Rapl has managed to dwindle the numbers of 3DB for the time being. As the army popping in and out of that sky passage is going to be very, very brutal here for Rapl to deal with. But can he make it happen here? As 3DB needs to retreat back. He's still getting out a whole bunch of those Center Mantis as well. He's now getting some Fanatics out. Oh, I love that. Fanatic heroes could be coming through for 3DB. He's got 10 of those Oracles all scattered around the map at the moment. As the Sky Pass is going to get taken down. Funnily enough, Rapl down a Talon Center at the moment. He's actually only down 15 population in terms of max population here. As we see a Migdol Stronghold coming up over onto this position. The champion Fanatic does not get any bonus damage done against villagers, but he's going to be swiping away nonetheless. As Rapl, he needs to start thinking that this game is going late. This game is going late, ladies and gentlemen. And what does that mean? It means you got to get your trade route sorted somewhere on the map. Do you go over here? Do you go to this corner? Or do you go to this corner is the big question. As the units of B looking to take a fight here. He's got a whole bunch of Center Mantis coming through to put a stop to the Talon Center grabbing ways of Rapl over here. Is Rapl going to be retreating back ever so slightly onto this position? The Terma here getting some great damage done from afar. Meanwhile, Center Mantis coming in onto this position here as well. Is Rapl going to have to retreat back? He's got that Pharaoh on the front. Don't want to be losing that on the front there. As B swings around onto this position, pushing off of this gold mine is going to hurt quite a bit as the army just tries to push away those Terma over there. It's great micro from B in an attempt to take all of these ones out, but those Chariot Archers, there's just too many numbers here. As the Center Mantis here getting some good value on the front, and he's forcing Rapl at the moment to build priests here. As the Spearmen are now coming through, they have managed to get onto those Terma of 3DB. They're going to be getting a lot of good damage done there. As the priest coming in to snipe down some of those 3DB Tartarus, Warden of Tartarus here as well. Can Rapl figure this one out? He's trying to get onto this gold mine, but his villagers are getting absolutely smoked. His villager numbers are dropping down as well. Now he's going to be retraining those villagers back out as the priests here doing what they can to take out the Warden of Tartarus. So the Chariot Archers doing as well what they can here to kind of stay alive. 3DB is still at full population. He can just continue to fight here. It's no problems. His army is so strong. What can Rapl do at the moment? So he does manage to take out a couple more of those Warden of Tartarus. They're all basically all cleaned up. But I mean, the thing is, 3DB's got 10 Oracles currently gathering favor. He's even got one behind Rapl over here. That's so sneaky. He's got 10 Oracles here. So we see a couple Phoenix coming through. Desperation Phoenix from the Rapl, and he is just not able to make this one work here. As he's losing all of his Chariot Archers at the moment as well. And 3DB, just too strong, too big, too mighty in this game. As the Center Man is cleaning up all of those Phoenix eggs there to boot. And Rapl, he's finally cleaned up all the heroes. He's got a little bit of gold left in this gold mine as well. But is it going to be enough for him to repopulate an army? The Pharaoh is coming through here as well. And Rapl going to be retreating back. Gets another Phoenix in onto the fight here. There's not that many heroes remaining, so the Phoenix isn't a terrible idea here. So Phoenix does end up dying pretty much straight away, though. The villagers are going to be trying to get back onto this gold mine yet again. If 3DB wants to be really, really sneaky and naughty, he can put a sky patches down, get his own citizens on that Ford gold mine to take that away from the Rapl. That's the only real gold mine he's got left, as Rapl is continuously trying to micro those Chariot Archers. But the Terma, they're just in hot pursuit. 5.8 speed is too much. Even the 5.5 speed of the 3DB Terma here is also very, very strong. As he takes everything out, and 3DB is seeing his chance to strike, grabbing another town center on the front here. Gold is over. No trade route in this in this game here for the Rapl. He's got no corner. He's got no chance. He's cornered into his main base. He could build a market back here, I guess. Moving up to this town center. So weak. And Rapl is just going to be thinking, what could I have actually done in this game to find a win? Because 3DB was just not falling. He was not losing any fights here. It was just strong army after strong army after strong army. And 3DB finds the dub. What a game here. Toppling the rank 1, the Rapl here with his crazy mass catapulties term hero strategy. 3DB showing, mate, there is a little bit to learn here in this game. A little bit to unpack. Rapl going for those chariot archers against those catapulties term. It just could not quite manage to work it out. I wonder, what about spearmen, axemen here for ISIS? Instead of those chariot archers. Maybe also spearmen, axemen, camel riders as an idea. And the camel riders, I don't know. He's got to have to think about something here because this was best in slot strategy from Rapl. He was behind in this game though. Let's not forget that. He did have that awful opening onto this town center, trying to deny it and just could not manage to do so. And 3DB kind of was able to just sit back and do whatever he wanted in this game. I don't know what else to say. View the post game. Watch the resource count here. It's close. It's absolutely close. Look at the statistics though in the military. 3DB is 341 units killed to Rapl's 163 units killed. That's insane. That's Age of Mythology, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.